right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here at some random park with this fence. Anyway, so bringing your daily horoscope for the 16th Sunday. Happy Sunday Fun Day, my friends. The 16th of May 2021. We've got two very important aspects happening today, two very important alignments happening today, two beautiful trines happening. We have the moon moving through the later degrees of Cancer. It's going to trine to Neptune. Then we've got the sun moving through the later degrees of Taurus. It's going to create a trine to Pluto. This is very important as it piggybacks on our Saturday astrology, when there's like a lot of questions. And the sun in Taurus, which we've been talking about for the past 25, 26 days, this is about our tradition. What are we doing as a tradition? What are we creating that stability in our lives? Well, the world will always change. The only thing constant is inconsistency. The only thing constant is change, right? So it's like, how can we create some sort of stability within this constant changing environment, right? So this is part of the sun's placement in Taurus this year and creating this trine over to Pluto, which is very different from our energy last year. Last year we had Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Capricorn as well as Pluto. So it's like when the sun was moving through Taurus, it's getting hit with all of these things. So now it's just Pluto, which is about a transformation of how we as individuals view ourselves as an authority. There's a funny little fortune cookie that I've had in my car since I was probably a 16-year-old kid. And it says, you create the stage, your audience is waiting. And I've always thought that was really funny. And it's like the truth. It's like, in a sense, that what we are putting out as producers is creating our own stage. We don't have to have somebody else do something for us or discover us or whatever it may be. It's just like the intention that we're putting into it is what it is. So it's like this constant world, big, beautiful world of changing everything. Yeah, quite a park. Anyway, so this trine to Pluto, sun, our ego sense of self in the sign of Taurus. This is about us being stable individuals. It doesn't matter if the whole world's losing their mind. Something I talked about maybe a few months back, it's like the one house in the ghetto. I live in Detroit, there's a lot of ghetto. But it's like there's always this one house in the ghetto that somebody maintained. They maintain themselves. They maintain their relationship with their home. They maintain their respect, their traditions. And it doesn't matter. Like maybe those other people saying, why even bother? Why bother being the good house, the one nice house in the ghetto? And then now it's just like, oh my God, that single house that stands there is beautiful. And what that kind of represents and means is far greater. It's like it doesn't matter if the whole world's going, down a crap tube. What is our intention? What is our level of involvement? And understanding that we are the person of authority in our lives to create whatever kind of life that we're trying to create. The other goes right along with that. What kind of life we're trying to create? We've got the moon hitting 22 degrees. This is also happening around 4 o'clock. Moon hitting 22 degrees of Cancer, moon home in Cancer, and creating a trine over there to Neptune home in Pisces. So this is really cool. We do have Neptune home in Pisces. We have the moon home in Cancer. We do have Saturn in its second ruling sign of Aquarius. Jupiter now in Pisces, but we also have Mercury down in Gemini, which is home. So it's like we're finally, although we have 2 planets in their fall, which is Uranus, which will be there for several more years, and Mars just a few more weeks in Cancer. Although we have things in detriment, which is not the easiest energy, we have other planets that are in their very kind of wonderful placement, happy place that they want to be, which is bringing us back home. It's removing any stuck energy that we've had, especially since that Scorpio full moon. This new moon here in Taurus kind of helped clear some things up. So further, this Neptune creating a trine to our emotional moon in Cancer. This is like, look, this is your dreams. Everything is obtainable. Those trines are really powerful because it's an easy flow of energy. There's no fence to jump over. There's no building in the way of this park, there's there's no obstacle. There's nothing that's stopping. There's nothing impeding, which is really great. There's no resistance, right? The path of least resistance. So this moon home in Cancer, this is about our emotional needs here on this Sunday Fun Day, and saying it's flowing to the planet of expansion, saying, what is your dreams? What is your creativity? Tapping into your spiritual self, tapping into your higher self. So it's like once we're tapping into the non-physical, we're tapping into this sense of higher self, we're tapping into our personal authority. We're tapping into what kind of traditions do you want to create? That's a powerful thought. That sometimes we think we don't get that freedom. Well, this is how it is, and this is how it's been, and this is how family does what family does, or this is how my friends do this. Like, well, no. Your audience is waiting. All you have to do is create the stage. What are you creating right now? What traditions are you creating? What are you upholding? You are the person of authority. And this is your emotions, this is your dreams, this is your future. Saturn left in Aquarius. I think it's fascinating too that as soon as Jupiter went into Pisces, the face mask ban started to lift, as Aquarius definitely deals with the community and deals with technology. I just think that's kind of fascinating astrologically. So we're moving back, we're moving forward into a familiar, old but new space. And we're the creators of this new space. So it's like we get our old familiar paintbrush, we get our old familiar canvases, or old familiar paints, but a new canvas. A new canvas to paint on, a new canvas to create on. So what do we want to create with all this? And the most important thing is understanding that we're in the driver's seat. We're in the driver's seat. What do we want to do with it? Where do we want to go? Happy Sunday Fun Day, my friends. Enjoy it. Have a beautiful day as always. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's a pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow.